From the studios of Farm Journal Broadcast, this is AgDay.
They're the men and women who do more than show up every day.
I just knew I liked animals, I knew I liked pigs.
They make a difference in the lives of animals.
She's always focused on creating the best possible environment for both the animals and the people working in the barns.
And everyone working in the barn.
So every day I come out and try to make a difference.
There are barn heroes, and this morning we're sharing their stories on AgDay.
AgDay is brought to you by Pioneer.
Ben's bins, please hold.
Yeah, Ben's has been busy all day.
Seems like no one can keep up with this new Z series. What did you all put in these seeds?
Science.
Good morning, I'm Clinton Griffiths. This morning, we're profiling some of the hardworking people in the pork industry. We call them barn heroes. They're the great men and women who spend their days tirelessly caring for animals. Now, we began with a hero from Michigan who knew nothing about pigs when he started. Jamie Sanchez does a little bit of everything at Rolling Meadow Farms in Jones, Michigan.
A little bit of plumbing, a little bit of electrician, a little bit of welding, fixing. So yes, I do a little bit of everything besides that managing part.
As the barn manager, he and his crew care for 1,500 sows and their babies.
The traits that I look for in a caregiver to work here is compassion towards animals, making sure that they are going to take care of them as if they were theirs.
It's work he's been doing since he was 19. Growing up in San Miguel, Michoacan, Mexico, Sanchez had no experience working with animals before taking this job.
He's worked here for over 20 years. He's started as the low man on the totem pole and worked his way up to managing our sow unit.
Today, he's a critical part of the farm's operation.
I think Jamie does a great job of working well with others. I think his personality and his demeanor makes it easy to work with people, makes it easier for people to work with him.
Try to have a positive attitude every day, teach them as much as I can what I know, and just try and tell them there's more just than what they're doing now, so they, keep moving up in the industry and in positions.
A passion for people, animals, and for learning.
Just be humble and then learn. Never stop learning. Never stop caring for this type of work. And with a lot of work and a lot of patience, you can accomplish a lot.
And there's plenty to accomplish, as each month has its own rhythm. Week 1, cleaning. Week 2, new babies arrive. Week 3, health checks. And week 4, maintenance.
I mean, it's not like every day's sunshine and roses. We've worked through difficult times and challenges and new roles, but he's always been willing to learn. He's always been willing to make improvements.
I like doing what I do, but it feeds a lot of people because we work every day, no matter what holiday comes on during the week.
It's his dedication to the job that makes him a true barn hero.
It's really nice to be acknowledged at doing what I do and be noticed.
I think sometimes we don't look back at where we've started and where we are now. He cares about his job. He's trained new employees. He works well with others, cares about the animals, cares about the whole scope of this farm and what it takes to get pigs to your plate.
From his first days on the job to being the leader and vital manager at the farm, Sanchez is still growing and passionate about the work he's doing, regardless of the task. And here's some good news to protect American pork. The so-called Beagle Brigade Act is now law. The National Pork Producers Council thanking President Biden for signing the bill. Now, that legislation provides funding and authority to USDA's National Detector Dog Training Center, which trains dogs, including beagles, to safeguard U.S. agriculture by detecting foreign pests and diseases at ports of entry. On a typical day, they help seize more than 4,600 plants, meat, and animal byproducts that must be quarantined or destroyed. The National Pork Producers Council says the Beagle Brigade is the first line of defense for keeping threats like African swine fever out of the U.S. Now, the Senate bill provides funding for the National Detector Dog Training Center. Up next, we're off to Kansas to meet a barn hero leading by example. And later, this young South Dakota pork producer has plans to lead the next generation. We'll visit his farm in the country. Authority, respect, admiration, empathy. What makes a good manager? Well, we have a story of a man wielding all of those traits as he celebrates his team at Seaboard's pork operations in Southwest Kansas. Every day,
Pigs are healthy, pigs are thriving.
every interaction,
Looks good.
every barn full of pigs is a chance for Ariel Gonzalez to make an impact.
I take a lot of pride in what I do out here, and it matters a lot to me. So every day I come out and try to make a difference.
It's work that started more than 2 decades ago.
I was thinking I was only going to be here for the summer, and then the summer went by, and 21 years later, I'm still here.
Today, he's the production manager for Seaboard Foods, Region 6, covering 8 multi-sites, 412 barns, and more than 400,000 pigs a year.
Ariel has got a very unique combination of talent and experience. His communication skills are good. He's been in the facilities for a long time. Most employees know who he is. He cares a tremendous amount about what he does each and every day.
Working in the pork industry and around thousands of pigs was a new experience when Gonzalez started.
Maybe one pig I've been around in my whole life prior to Seaboard. So when you come in and you walk into a barn that houses 1,000 pigs, you're taken back and you're in shock. But then they're very curious animal.
He had to learn to see the barn and the pigs individually.
And I'm like, they all look the same to me. They all look the same. When we want to, pull out the ones that aren't competing in the pen, we want to pull them out and put them in a lesser competitive pen. And I'm like, man, they all look the same. I don't know. And it takes a while for your eye to develop the difference and it's very what we call tunnel vision, just looking at one thing. And with time and with experience, you get to broaden that tunnel.
You can see employees gravitate towards Ariel because he's got a smile on his face. He's there to help. He's here to add value to what they're doing every day. He wants to make their job easier.
Everybody gets motivated in a different way, but it's very challenging on a big diverse group of people to try to find that, what challenges them and what motivates them.
From his early days as one of the few bilingual speakers on the farm to now a dedicated employee with years of management experience, Gonzalez is all in on the importance of his work.
You go to the store and you look at a slab of pork and it has our label on it, and you're like, it makes me feel proud to say we put that out there.
In rural communities, so many kids leave the area and gravitate towards urban areas. Ariel stayed here. He's built a life and a career for himself and for his family.
From a summer job to building a life and a future inside these walls, with a new title in tow, Barn Hero.
I think a barn hero is someone that just shows up each and every day with a good attitude, a positive outlook, wants to do the right thing each and every day for our pigs and for our people.
I enjoy what I do, and if that makes me a hero, then that's good enough for me. me.
Up next, an Illinois barn hero inspired by her mother's dream, how she's bringing it to life every day. And later, a young producer with big dreams in South Dakota, a next generation farmer today in the country.
Watch Markets Now with Michelle Rook on the Farm Journal YouTube channel, keeping you updated throughout the day on the markets at the open, midday, and close. Find out what moved the markets today and what to expect the market to do next.
Another of our barn heroes hails from Illinois, and her dedication to her work is inspiring others around her. Each and every day.
Checking the feed and doing some inventory to make sure that our numbers are right on.
For Alma Valdez.
Consider myself a person that loves what they do.
Is a day living her passion.
It's not really ever a same routine with animals.
A daughter of immigrants from Mexico, she was inspired by her mother's dream and work ethic.
My mom was one of my biggest mentors of actually learning something new and pushing for something better.
Together, that dream became a reality.
Started as a part-time employee with my mom during the summer. Kind of started picking up more responsibility, translating a lot of information for the company then.
Today, she's a manager at Johnson Farms in DeKalb, Illinois.
I think she definitely leads by example, and I think she understands that how she acts and how she carries herself, how she treats animals, how she treats her coworkers, that rubs off on people.
Alma's heart for animals and people is evident in how she leads her team.
Me gusta trabajar con usted porque somos de mente abiertas y podemos expandirnos y crecernos, aunque a veces no nos conjuguemos, pero vamos a hacerlo, trabajar juntos para sacar un mejor resultado, siempre y cuando poniendo en alto la granja para ambos, para todos, ¿no? Para el equipo, porque
Alma has the unique skill of knowing when to be hands-on with her team and when to take a step back, which I think has the effect of empowering them. She's also a really effective trainer.
A team atmosphere built on a foundation of positivity and support.
So Alma's a barn hero to me because she's always focused on creating the best possible environment for both the animals and the people working in the barns.
There's always someone that's willing to motivate you for something better. That's the key, finding that one person that's willing to look after you and help you grow.
Growth. It's a goal this barn hero uses every day to define success.
Healthy, happy pigs and happy team members, that's success.
Don't look away. Baby piglets and a love of the job are the key drivers for our next barn hero from Ohio. And later, that passion runs deep for a young producer in South Dakota. We'll hear that story today in the country. What makes someone want to be a farmer? Sometimes the answer is easy. For many, for one woman in Ohio, a love of animals has given her an unexpected career, turning her into another of our barn heroes.
Hi, baby.
This is what work looks like
I'm glad you're behaving. Thank you.
for Summer Doty.
They're just warm and fuzzy, and it's like picking up a kitten.
As the farrowing manager at Isler Crest Farms in Prospect, Ohio, Doty is happy to spend her days doting on newborns.
Well, they never have a bad day. They're always happy. They're just with mom all day, happy, having a great time.
With an animal science degree and business management minor from Wilmington College, she saw this job posted on the bulletin board in 2021.
I had no idea what I wanted to do. This was a complete shot in the dark. I just knew I liked animals, I knew I liked pigs.
We are the caregivers for these animals, and at the company, we look for people that are animal people.
Boss and co-owner Nathan Isler says Summer is perfectly suited for the work.
When we look for employees, we always look for employees that are, animal lovers. It doesn't matter what species or what form, whether it's a pet at home or livestock. You can't teach somebody to care for animals. And if they don't care for animals, they won't care for the animals the way that they should. Summer is an animal lover.
Growing up on a farm and raising a few litters of show pigs helped feed the itch, but Summer admits a production-size operation is different.
I had no idea what I was getting into. It's never what you think it is.
And the variety is part of the joy she finds in the job.
They're not helpless, but there's a lot of things they can't do and a lot of things you can do to make their lives simpler and better.
The thing that separates her from the rest is the fact that she is so easygoing.
Easygoing, even on days that aren't perfect.
It's not good to carry stress from day to day with you, especially when things are going bad in the barn or you're having just a bad day personally. It is good to go home and decompress and try your best to forget about the day.
Knowing that tomorrow,
You be a big baby.
she'll be right back here.
They always ask, are you having a lot of pigs? Are you busy at work? It's the same. We have the same number every week.
Caring
We don't have a slow season.
for the day's newest litters.
I know, what are you doing? They bring a lot of joy to my day, and it's definitely a highlight of working here.
I could never believe that.
A giving spirit,
You gonna go back to bed?
earning Summer Doty the title of Barn Hero
I'm so sorry to disturb you.
at Isler Crest Farms. A passion for the work is evident in all of our barn heroes. Up next, how a young producer in South Dakota is harnessing that love of the industry to build a career in the country. The National Pork Producers Council is launching a program it hopes will empower future industry leaders. It's introducing the Young Pork Advocates Strategic Investment Program. Now, it's for people age 18 to 22 years old. It was unveiled at last year's 2024 World Pork Expo. Now, the program aims to empower young advocates in the pork industry by providing networking opportunities, policy updates, advocacy training, and more. Membership benefits include access to industry events, scholarships, and professional development opportunities. For more information, check out MPPC's website. The pork industry has seen its share of consolidation in the past several years. However, in South Dakota, they continue to grow production by bringing in younger producers. AgDay's Michelle Rook talked to a next-generation pork producer who's helping to buck the trend.
Adam Krause is a fourth-generation pork producer from Clear Lake, and he says without pork production, he wouldn't have had the opportunity to come back here to the farm. Krause raises 25,000 head of pigs annually in this nursery barn he built in 2016 after graduating from SDSU.
And here I own the barn, but somebody else owns the pigs, and I just get paid to take care of them. So I'll get them at 14 pounds and grow them to 60 pounds. After that, kind of the next phase of our operation with working with my dad, he's got some finisher barns. So in that particular barn, that will take those pigs from 60 pounds to their market weight where they will go to their harvest facility.
He says being a contract grower is opening a door to farming once closed for many young people due to financial barriers, including the high cost of land.
It would have been really difficult for me to come back to the farm if I wouldn't have built this barn right away. It was a great opportunity for me to be my own boss for part of the day and then come back and be a part of something bigger, as in my home operation as well.
As a next-gen producer, this is also providing an avenue to buy into his family pork and grain operation.
It's a great opportunity for a young person like me to gain some equity, put in some sweat equity, and maybe start to transition back to the family farm. So took a little bit of that load of not only financially, but as far as building my own balance sheet or being able to buy in or buy some equipment and what that all looks like. I maybe could have done it, maybe not. Every farm is different, but at the end of the day, I'm definitely happy I did.
Krause says this type of business arrangement is part of the reason South Dakota has achieved double-digit growth in pork production, but he also gives credit to the business-friendly environment.
Over the last 5 to 10 to 20 years, call it, there's been a lot of sow farms. It's a great place to put up a sow farm because it's not a lot of pig pressure, but here in South Dakota, we've certainly got a lot of corn and soybean meal available.
And as the president of the South Dakota Pork Producers Council, Kraus takes pride in the fact this growth is being done responsibly.
But at the end of the day, pig farmers are doing what's best for their pigs, for their environment, and their families and communities. And I think they all do a very good job with integrity doing that.
I'm Michelle Rourke reporting for AgDay.
All right, thanks, Michelle. And that's all the time we have this morning. We're sure glad you tuned in. From all of us here at AgDay, I'm Clinton Griffiths. Have a great day on Farm Country.